All right, what's happening out there, my mathletes? Mr. Muscarella coming at you. In this video, we're going to do a little bit of review of the Pythagorean Theorem. So, when you take a look at the Pythagorean Theorem, sometimes you're given diagrams and other times you're just given words. So, when you are given words, please be sure that you read everything correctly and draw a triangle. And when you draw a triangle, get in the habit of always drawing the right triangle, kind of in the same organization. Now, we know the side C is going to be the hypotenuse. A and B are the legs, so C is definitely going to be this part right here with a value of 2 square roots of 3. And then for part A, it doesn't matter which side you let be A, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put the A down here, and that's just going to be square root of 6. And then B, we don't know. So we got to figure out how long side B is. So the Pythagorean Theorem is just simply A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And you might see that flipped around and have the C squared part in front. Doesn't really matter, but we're going to do the A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So the A squared has a square root of 6. We'll square that. B we don't know yet, so we'll leave that the same. And then C squared is going to be 2 square roots of 3 squared. Now this is a really unique one. Now when you square root 6 and then square that, you'll just be left with 6. But a little side note here, this is kind of cool because you're going to kind of think about distributing this square to each one of these terms. Now if I square 2, I'm going to end up with 4. And if I square root of 3, that is just going to give me 3. So I'm going to multiply those two values together, and that's going to give me 12. All right, so I'm going to have 6 plus b squared equals 4 times 3, or 6 plus b squared equals 12. And I subtract that, I'll get b squared equals 6. And then, of course, b is going to be, now this is where you got to be careful, watch your notation, plus or minus the square root of 6. Since we're dealing with the length of a triangle, the only one of those two answers, plus 6 or minus 6, is going to be b equals square root of 6. So that is going to be the value, the length of side B. Don't forget our units, in this case, they are in yards. So that's all you got to do. So take your time, show all of your steps, show all of your work as you go through and do that. Now, here's example number 6. So you can go ahead and hit pause if you want, or you can work this one out on your own, but do draw a right triangle as you go through and do that. And include the units as you go through in your final answer. So go ahead and hit pause, and I'll come back and see you in a moment. All right, so how'd you guys do on this one? Be careful when you get your final answer. Don't forget to simplify this square root of 28, which, just kind of a quick review, this is one you should maybe want to memorize, but square root of 28, if you were to break that down, so let's just kind of go from the top on that one. If you were to break that down, square root of 28, 28 goes into, 2 goes into 28 14 times, and then we'll just pick another prime number that goes in there. So 2 goes into 14 7 times, and then 7 goes into 7 once. So you're looking for a pair, and that pair is what pops out. Since we want a square root, that means we want things in groups of 2. So the 2 comes out, and then square root of 7, what's left, this part right here, the 7, that's going to go underneath the radical. All right, so the final answer for the length of side A is going to be 2 square root of 7, and then don't forget your units. All right, thank you guys for watching. You make it a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.